Greetings, family. This is Leah, Salmon, the Naturally You coach, best-selling author, speaker, nutritionist, life coach, live blood analyst on a mission to help 100,000 Black women to eat for health, think for happiness, and live in harmony, or what I call becoming naturally you. And thank you for joining me today on this live, whether you are here live or coming in via the replay. Thank you for joining me today. So, firstly, apologies for not coming on the other day. There were some technical issues that we're having. So I am on today. It was actually yesterday. Yeah. So today's Saturday. So I'm on today, and I may actually be changing the Friday slot to a Saturday slot, because it might be a bit more reliable for me to come on Saturdays. But anyway, I hope you are all well. I hope you are enjoying the gorgeous sun. I hope you are not letting the news media, dampen your mood too much, because we do have a lot of sunshine. So even if you don't have a garden, you can still go for a walk and take in some lovely sunshine and vitamin D, or just pop your head out the window even. So I hope your quarantining is also, going as well as can be expected for you as well. And I only realized yesterday that it's Easter weekend this weekend. I didn't even realize, I didn't even clock yesterday was Good Friday. So until I started seeing people frying fish, I'm like, why are so many people frying fish? Why is everyone putting fried fish up on their Instagram? And then I remember this morning that it's Easter. So, if you celebrate this time of year, then I hope you're having a good time of year. It's probably not what you expected. It's probably not going to be the family celebration that some people are used to at this time of year, but however you do spend this weekend, I hope it goes well. So today, in fact, two announcements quickly. The Naturally You book sale is still on, so you can still get 25% off all of my books, and that's probably going to be finishing this Friday coming. So if you, I'll continue to remind you, because I know busy world of social media, but if you did want to get 25% off any of my physical or ebooks, then you can go to thenaturallyyoucoach.com/shop, and you can find them all there, and they're already discounted. Again, if you are not already on my mailing list, then please do go ahead and go to thenaturallyyoucoach.com and join the mailing list there, because you get additional discounts on the book sale, as well as finding out about things before everybody else and getting additional discounts on other things, as well as things like the book sales. And it will also allow me to keep in touch with you, to let you know when there are new podcasts, articles, videos, events, products, all of those kind of things that become available. Tomorrow, which is Sunday the 12th of April, Sunday the 12th of April, I'm going to be interviewed live on Black Ice TV. So if you go to the Black Ice TV YouTube channel at 5:00 p.m. BST or GMT, then you'll catch me live there, speaking on, it's part of the International Women's Circle show that they have on Sundays, and I'm going to be talking on everything from women's health to home education. So if you are available 5 p.m. tomorrow, go to the YouTube channel, the Black Ice TV YouTube channel, and you will catch me there. Now, today I wanted to share with you something that, again, I shared on the newsletter on Thursday. So if you're already part of my e-zine, you probably already know this is happening. But if not, I would like to introduce to you something called the Black Mama Circle. Now, about 4 years ago now, I created a 9-week online coaching program, personal development and natural health coaching program called the Black Mama Circle, specifically for Black mothers to have a space, a safe space, and a program that was created specifically for Black mothers to help to naturally improve their health and wellness. And it was opened initially in about 4 years ago. It ran again about 3 years ago, and now the new and improved version is back again. So if you go to blackmamacircle.com or thenaturallyyoucoach.com/Black Mama Circle, you'll be able to find out all the information about it there. But it is a 9-week fully online natural health and personal development program, again, specifically created for Black mothers of African, Caribbean or similar descent, to help naturally boost their health and wellness. So as well as many other things that come with the program, that come with the 9-week course, every week for 9 weeks, we're going to be meeting up live on a group call and going through the 9 steps of the program, which I'm going to speak a little bit about now. And like I said, there are lots of other things that come with the course, but it is an opportunity for Black mothers on a weekly basis to fully dedicate some time and space just to themselves, because unfortunately, self-care and having dedicated time just to ourselves is something that mothers in general, and for the purposes of this program, Black mothers do not get the opportunity to do, or give themselves the opportunity to just focus on themselves for a space of time, a short space of time every single week. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. So the 9 weeks, the 9 different powerful areas of natural health and wellness that we're going to be focusing on over the 9 weeks are the power and purpose of a melanated mother on week 1. Week 2 is focusing on nourished mama. Week 3, we're going to be looking at feminine body care. Week 4, we're looking at natural beauty. Week 5, we're looking at breathing and toning. Week 6 is for joyful sanctuary. Week 7 is the ladies in your life. Week 8 is boys to men, and week 9 is the mama code of creation and abundance affirmations. So the whole program is online, especially definitely during this time. It's all online. So we're going to be meeting online on live calls to go through all of those steps. Each of the weeks comes with a downloadable, printable workbook that you will work through during the weekly sessions. All the sessions are recorded, so if you miss a week, you can go back and catch the recording. And yeah, there are lots of other little things that are involved. There are also actually some unadvertised, surprised big things that I'm working on to add to the program, 2 things specifically. So next week and the week after, I should be able to share a bit more about those 2 added things that are going to be part of the program as well. The program is going to be starting on the 30th of April, and it's going to be every Thursday at 9 p.m. GMT, BST. And we're going to be meeting for about 45 minutes to an hour for those group calls. And then all the rest of the information and tools and all the other things that come with the program, you'll be able to access, between the calls as well. The other thing is, once you've joined the Black Mama Circle, you are a member for life. So the members that joined, the mamas that joined the Black Mama Circle 4 years ago and 3 years ago, they still have access to, they're going to be giving access to this live 9-week session as well, and however many times we run it in the future, and all the other new things that are added to the program. Once you are a member of the Black Mama Circle, you are a member for life. So we're going to be creating, and we have already started to create, and we already have, in fact, a nice motherhood, a powerful motherhood group of Black mothers who have a space where we can share, and we do share. Even though it's been a while since the program has run live, we do have still a space that we share, that you will also be given access to when you join the Mama Circle, so you can come and meet all the other mamas. And you can be as quiet in that platform or as loud as you want. You can share as much as you want, talk as much as you want. But it is a space that is there for all the mamas that are part of the program. So just to quickly go over what's going to be discussed, or what each of the steps is going to be focused on. So week 1, we're going to be looking at the power and purpose of a melanated mama. So this is where we're going to not only look at Black women in general and Black mothers in general, and just how amazing Black women are, and the science behind the amazingness of Black women and Black mothers in particular, but we are also going to be looking at how you as a Black mama can start to put some structure around how you're going to achieve and how you're going to access and work with and bring out your power and your purpose as a Black mama as well. So we're going to be looking at how we can address some of the negative beliefs that you may have about yourself as a Black mother, and how we can acknowledge those, work through those, and then come to the other side where you can acknowledge also your power and your potential, and then put some plans together as to how you are going to achieve your power and potential. Because I know specifically for myself, even though I have achieved a lot over the years, I know I've had a lot of moments where I do feel like being a mother, and being a Black mother as well, is something that's going to hamper my ability to be able to achieve things. And it is really just a mindset shift that's necessary in order for us to get over it and to really just allow ourselves to come into our greatness the way that we have always been able to do. Because being a mother, being a Black mother, being a Black woman is it's actually one of the reasons why we are going to be able to achieve so much, as opposed to being a reason why we're not going to be able to achieve things. It's not a reason, it's not something that can or should ever stop us from ever achieving greatness. In fact, it can be the fuel that helps to ensure that we achieve amazing things, especially because of who we are on this planet. So that's going to be week 1. Week 2, we're going to be focused on Nourish Mama. So again, one of the things that some mothers do struggle with is making sure we're nourished, and not just on a physical level, not just making sure that we're eating enough, even though that is a main focus of that week, but even just giving ourselves enough time to nourish ourselves on many levels. I know a lot of mothers kind of fall into the habit of feeding everyone else and then feeding themselves last, or feeding everyone else and then forgetting to feed themselves, or making sure everyone is nourished and cared for and looked after, and then we put ourselves on the back burner. So we're going to be specifically looking at how we can ensure that as Black mothers we are nourishing ourselves and making ourselves a priority in that nourishing process. And again, because this is specifically for Black mothers, we're also going to be looking at the potential deficiencies that could have resulted during your pregnancy through breastfeeding, and how they can manifest in health challenges that some mothers have, and how we can replenish and restore any deficiencies that could have occurred throughout your pregnancy, breastfeeding, your life as a mother. And trust me, you could have 37-year-old children and you still have not replaced the nutrients that were lost while you were busy growing those children in your tummy, breastfeeding them and raising them throughout their whole lives. So no matter how old your children are, how young your children are, focusing on nourishing yourself is very important. The next thing we're going to be looking at in week 3 is the feminine body care. And that's specifically us going to be looking at how we can care for and acknowledge our womb, our vaginas, and our breasts, because they are 3 unique areas of our body. They're 3 unique areas of our body that are were used at some point during our life as a mother. And again, they are actually 3 areas of our body that are normally only paid attention to when it comes to seeking pleasure or when there's a problem with them, as opposed to us doing things on a regular basis to maintain them. So we're going to be looking at how we can naturally maintain and look after those areas of those 3 very powerful areas of our body naturally. Week 4, we're going to be looking at natural beauty. So this is not just going to be looking at, facial beauty. Greetings, who's there? Greetings, sis. Lovely to see you, Iola. So not just focusing on beauty as in, physical beauty, but also internal beauty. And again, this is a course specifically for Black mothers. So we are going to be looking at how we can unapologetically adorn ourselves as Black women and Black mothers. Again, in a way that sometimes Black mothers do not give themselves the time and opportunity to do, because we're too busy making sure everyone else is looked after. So we're going to be looking at how we can use our clothes, our hair, our jewelry, our makeup in the most natural way possible to adorn and bring out the natural beauty that is within us. And just to be clear, even though I'm natural, I don't really wear makeup, this is not creating any beauty standard that anyone has to follow. So this has nothing to do with whether you decide to have straight hair, permed hair, a weave, whether you decide to wear, 14 products on your skin, or whether you choose to use none at all. This week is going to be focusing on how you can create beauty for yourself, you defining what beauty is for you as a Black mother, and then you creating that for yourself with yourself. Greetings, sis. Oh, thank you so much, sis. The next week we're going to be looking at breathe and tone. So week 5 we're looking at breathe and tone, and this is where we're going to be looking at how Black mothers can introduce more exercise, fitness into their lives, as well as how they can use this really amazing tool, the very simple, free and amazing tool of deep breathing, in order to, again, nourish them physically, and how we can use deep breathing as a tool for stress relief and relaxation, pain management, all those types of things as well. And number 6, we're going to be looking at joyful sanctuary. Now, joyful sanctuary is going to be how this is very useful at this day and time. In fact, we're going to be looking at how we can make sure that our home and our surroundings is a joyful sanctuary to us. I remember when I was putting this course together, I was like, there are some areas of my house that do not feel like a joyful sanctuary. I do not feel like the house, the place that I spend most of my time in. And when you have young children, you know, you may be in a position where you're spending a lot of time at home, and if your immediate surroundings don't feel joyful and abundant, and they don't feel like a space that you can incubate happiness and joy and health, it can be difficult to create joy and health for yourself if your surroundings don't support that. So we're going to be looking at ways that you can naturally clean, organize, and just bring out the best in your home and in your environment. Greetings, my darling. Oh, thank you, sis. Sorry. Thank you for the messages, sis. And then we're going to be looking on week 8 at Boys to Men. And that's going to be us. No, sorry. Week 7, sorry. We're going to be looking at. Sorry, I'm trying to read this message. I want to read my sister's message. What does she say? Oh, inner beauty is true beauty. We recommend to some beautiful. Oh, thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Sorry, I had to turn off the light there so I could read the comments. Thank you so much for recommending, sis. So week 7, we're going to be looking at ladies in our life. Now, not only do I feel this just innately, but through working with other women who are sisters who are experts in this field, and just doing some more research on this generally. Come out. See how people just walk into my lives. One moment, family. Oh, yeah, little people just walking in. So, I do truly believe that it's really important as women, even before we get to the mother stage, as women, if we have difficult and challenging relationships with significant women in our life, I do feel it's going to have an impact on our ability to develop as women, because most of the time when we have challenges with women in our life, they tend to be older women. It could be other women in our environment as well, like around our own age group. But if we have challenges with significant female figures in our life, mother figures in our life, I feel it is going to have an impact on our ability, or it's going to have an impact on the way that we show up as mothers to our own children. Sometimes there's going to be the tendency to overcompensate if you feel like you were deprived of something. You may feel that you have to copy the behavior, or you may feel like you're innately just copying the behavior that you've seen because you're just unconscious to that behavior. You may want to be the complete opposite. It may affect the way that you speak about women to other people because of, to your children, because of the experiences you've had with other women in your life. There's so many ways that trauma we've experienced can come out through us, and as mothers it's going to come out to our children, and then that's going to impact how our children learn about other women as well, and how they may subsequently interact with other women, and the thoughts and feelings they have. Because we've seen so many Instagram videos, YouTube videos, people thinking it's funny to take videos of little girls pretending to be women and copying conversations they may have heard other people having, you know, using derogatory language, talking about other women, sometimes even talking about men, because they think it's funny and cute. And then when they're copying this behavior, and then there's an adult filming them thinking, oh, that's so funny and cute. She's cussing all the women and she's being rude and she's talking about women in a derogatory way. Ha ha ha. And then the little girl's like, oh, this is cool. This is behavior that gets applauded. And again, there's, you know, hurt people will hurt people, and our children learn so much from us that it's really important that we do take stock of whether we are passing on trauma and we're passing on negative thoughts and feelings to our children. And then because children are computers, it's going to become ingrained in them on a subconscious level that they don't even recognize why they're behaving like this, and why they're having challenges with so many other women, and why they feel that they can't connect with other women, and why they feel, you know, that they have to act like in a particular way as a woman. So in the ladies in my life, we're going to be specifically looking at how we relate to our mothers, and therefore to our mothers, grandmothers, aunties, any trauma that we may have experienced and picked up, how that could be affecting us as women, and how that could potentially affect our life as a mother, and how we can reverse any of those challenges or start to acknowledge and deal with any of those challenges that we've had. And then the next week we're going to be looking at boys to men, because again, specifically, we're going to be looking at how our relationships with the significant males in our life have affected us as women, and how that could go on to affect us as someone's girlfriend, someone's partner, someone's life partner, someone's wife, as being a mother to sons, being a grandmother to grandchildren, being an auntie to our nephews, how our relationships with the significant males in our life could be improved upon, could be strengthened, could be overstood better to get more clarity on them. Because in a world that does seem to want to pull black men and black women apart, I feel it's really important for us to do as much as we can to build those bonds, because there's so much power when black women and black men come together and heal that trauma. Because oftentimes a lot of the things that we go through, the challenges we go through with as men and women, black men and women, are as a result of trauma that we've experienced, whether it's through institutionalized racism, whether it's through post-traumatic slave syndrome, whether it's just due to the effect of the media and what the media is portraying to us. So it's really important that we remove ourselves from all those negative influences and really understand how important it is for us to be together, and why it is that we're both functioning in a particular way, and how it's not the challenges that we face are not always challenges actually because of who we are as people, but as a result of the baggage that we're carrying. So that is very important. The sister Iola and Dean Okai do work on, and were doing lots of events talking about Black love, and they were featuring Black couples and Black couples speaking about their experiences. Leon and Vanika Marshall did the Hidden Science of Black Love events, but last year and this year, last year just in London, this year in Birmingham and London. My husband and I spoke at those events, and we really spoke about, again, how to kind of function as a connected couple, the importance of Black people coming together, the importance of creating those bonds between Black women and Black men, and the challenges that very often come up between Black men and Black women, and how we can work together to solve them and build those bonds. So the work that Leon and Vanika did with the Hidden Science Academy and the Hidden Science of Black Love, the work that Iola and Dean Okai, Iola C. Williams and Dean Okai were doing with their Black Love events, all the events that all Black people are doing to bring Black people together, Black women and Black men together, and highlight and focus on the importance of Black love and Black commitment is so key and vital. So we're going to be talking a bit more about that in the Boys to Men, which is week 8. And then week 9, we're going to be looking at the Mama Code of Creation and Abundance Affirmation. So by the end of the 9 weeks, hopefully you would have overstood more and felt more like you embodied what it is to be a mama and a Black mama. And we're going to be putting together, or I'm going to be sharing with you, a code of creation, which is like a code of conduct, but more of a code of creation. So some guidelines that you can kind of aim to, or decide whether you want to live by them and adapt them to your life. And also some affirmations. I am so big on affirmations. I'm so sold and impressed by the power of affirmations, and I feel that affirmations are things that we don't use enough, whereas affirmations was something that we use so much in our art, in our symbology as African people, in our music. We would always talk about greatness and love and abundance and beauty and all these kind of things. And it's, you know, most of the music, unfortunately, unless you're listening to conscious music, a lot of the music doesn't really put out particularly positive messages. So that what we're affirming by repeating things to ourselves in some of the songs that we listen to is not always very positive. So it's really important to, and again, all the other things that we're taking in that are negative, they need to be counterbalanced by making sure that we are saying positive things to ourselves, specifically and especially as Black women and Black mothers. So, and just to go back a bit, the Black Mama Circle is called the Black Mama Circle because it's focused on Black mothers, but the word mama is actually an acronym that I created, which the M stands for melanated, the A stands for amazing, the next M stands for mother, and the last A stands for abundance. So the acronym of MAMA stands for melanated, amazing, mother of abundance. So that's what the Mama Circle is. It's a circle for melanated, amazing mothers of abundance. And on Facebook, I also have a group that's dedicated to MAWAs, which is another acronym, which is MAWA, MAWA, and that stands for Melanated Amazing Women of Abundance. So when I started the Mama Circle some years ago, a lot of women were like, why is there nothing for Black women? Why is it just focused on Black mothers? And of course, you know, I created a course. If I want to create a course just for Black mothers, obviously that's my right to do so. And I feel it's really important for Black mothers to have a space of their own. But I fully understand that if before I was a mother, I would have wanted a space just for myself as a Black woman as well, which is why I created the group MAWA, the MAWA group on Facebook. So you can go and join that group. If you are on Facebook, you can go, well, you must be on Facebook because you're watching this, aren't you, darling? So on Facebook, you can find the group MAWA, MAWA, which stands for Melanated Amazing Women of Abundance. But this particular course that I'm speaking about today is for Black mothers. Now, this group is actually open to mothers who are expecting, mothers who have children, and for mothers who may have lost their children as well. So if you have at any point or are a mother, you are welcome to join this group. If you are not a mother, but you are a Black woman and you're not expecting, and you really strongly feel the need to join a group like this, and you understand that the content is specifically for Black mothers, you respect that it's for Black mothers, so we won't be going into things that don't necessarily apply to women who are not mothers, and you respect the fact that the focus is on mothers, then you could definitely get in touch and let me know why you would like to join the group, and we can allow you to do that. Thank you, sis. Oh, you're welcome, my love. Thank you so much, Iola. Greetings, Nicole. Thank you for joining me, sis. Melanated Amazing Mothers of Abundance Tour. Now, at the event that I originally launched this at, it was the Naturally You Day 2016, and I was doing a talk on how Black women can save how Black mothers can save the world, and I actually got the audience to chant Melanated Amazing Mothers of Abundance, and it was the most beautiful sound to hear a whole room. I think there was maybe like 150 or 200 Black women in there, and it was so beautiful to hear all the women chanting, doing that chant. And so part of the program, we actually do some repetition during the program. During the live calls, we do some guided visualizations during those calls as well. Like I said, there's workbooks that come with each of the sessions, and there's just so much more. There's so many more things that come with it, so that I wanted to create a course that gave you as much as I possibly could, so that you really felt supported along the way. And like I said, there are already actually a group of mothers from the previous sessions that you're going to be meeting up with that are already there. So again, if you want to find out more about the program, join the program, then you can feel free to go to thenaturallyyoucoach.com/Black Mama Circle or blackmamacircle.com to find out more about everything that the course entails and includes, and to get started and join up. The course is going to be starting on Thursday, the 30th of April, and it's going to be every week for 9 weeks. But once you join, you're going to be a member for life, and you're going to have access to all of the content forever. If you miss any of the calls, they're all going to be recorded, so you'll be able to come back the next day and access the recordings of them for all of the weeks, for any weeks that you miss. And if you want to find out or have specific questions about the program, you can get in touch with me at Leah at thenaturallyyoucoach.com, or you can message me on Facebook as well, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much again for joining me today. Again, if you are around at 5 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to be going live on Black Ice TV, being interviewed on women's health and home education. So you can go to YouTube and do a search for Black Ice TV, and you'll be able to find me there. Thank you so much to everyone who came and joined me today. I'm going to be going to head over to Instagram now. I look forward to seeing you all soon. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Take care and stay healthy.